John Edwards for Griffin's TV alongside head baseball coach Dave Stewart. And coach, appreciate a few minutes of your time. You're down at the field, a little inter-squad scrimmage today prior to your first game of the season this week.
Yeah, we're excited. We just got off of our Jamboree 2 days ago, and boys are looking pretty good. It's nice being out here on the field the last 2 weeks and getting a lot of work in, and the boys are kind of antsy to get, playing someone else besides ourselves. So I think we're ready to go.
Talk about the Jamboree on Monday. You took on St. Dominic in the first half of that Jamboree, and first innings for the team. You got as many players in, if not all of them, in that first section. And talk about some of the things that happened that you liked in that first couple innings against St. Dominic.
Yeah, I mean, this time of the year, and really, I mean, it could be, another 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, but we're just trying to plug spots and try to see what fits. A lot of time in baseball, talent, is important. But it's got to be the right fit in the right spot. So, the thing like the Jamboree and the tournaments coming up over the next 2 weeks, we're just trying to put guys in successful situations and trying to figure out what our best 1 through 9 is. And that'll be an ongoing deal, probably all the way up to the week before districts. But yeah, the Jamboree was good. Our philosophy going into that was just to be in attack mode. We don't want our guys to be fearful of making errors. We want our runners to steal. We want our guys to attack the baseball. And, for me, that's kind of what I saw in the Jamboree. And so for me, that's a successful exhibition. That's what we want to see. We were in the dugout it was kind of funny because we were in the dugout begging the other team to steal. We wanted to see how our catchers would react and how our pitchers would react. So, we want tough situations in those things to see how, if the things we practice come into fruition. So
please don't take a line drive for this interview. Like, I know you're sitting down in the press box area, and the last thing I need for you to do is take a line shot during this interview, because it's not really that worth it.
No, it's we got the turtle cage up, so a foul ball in this direction wouldn't even happen. And then we're pretty enclosed spot, so it'd have to be for like a foul ball off of our pitcher's, maybe a line drive off of our pitcher's ankle, and then ricochet into here.
Okay. So you open up this week, you get games back to back. You get Pattonville Friday, Kirkwood on Saturday, both games at home. And with the weather the way it's been, how has it been? I know pitching is always important. How has it been for the pitchers to get their work in over the last couple of weeks as we get ready for the season?
Yeah, that's crucial. We have our pitchers on a pretty good schedule. We already have a few guys with some sore arms. So, this time of year, it's about keeping them healthy. So we've been on a pretty good schedule the last few weeks, and we're not going to overthrow them, in the tournaments the next 2 weeks. So we want our guys ready to go for conference play in April, and to be fully, maxed out with their arm health come May. So that will always be our goal, especially with having a lot of young arms on our team. So we want to keep their health, the health of their arm at number one priority.
You come into the season this year, your first year, but you get a group of juniors and seniors that have played a lot of baseball. You've seen them play as a coach at your other school, but what do you see from this group now as the head coach of this group as they get ready to start the season?
For our seniors, I've been impressed with their leadership. Seems like a good group of guys. We have 8 seniors, and my initial sense is that they kind of go about their business the right way. When you ask them to warm up, when we have specific detailed practices, things are executed at a pretty high level. And that's a testament to a lot of different things. The character of our guys in our school, but yeah, I mean, more than really anything as far as like talent and results are concerned, I've been impressed with the way they go about it as a unit. So, and we all know how important seniors are to teams. I think kind of as teams go, that means, the seniors go. As the seniors lead, that's kind of the character of the team. So I've been impressed so far. I've been thrilled with our senior leadership.
You this year have a couple of freshmen on the team and high level talent freshman players that are ranked pretty high within the state as they enter their freshman year. How do you, with how they've come into their freshman year, how do you kind of keep them in check, knowing that they've kind of committed to somewhere college wise already, and try to keep them in check? We're just reminding them that, hey, listen, you still got 4 years of high school baseball to go.
Yeah, I mean, that's the number one goal, right? We're pretty process oriented. I've always been a kind of guy that's preaches and focuses on the process of things. We just talked about that this morning. The first thing I talked about with the team was, we tend to always see that goal on the top of the mountain, that championship or in life, whatever it is, your perfect job, money, whatever it is. But we tend to always kind of fail to see the climb, the adversity it takes to get there. So with our freshmen, I mean, obviously the talent's there. They wouldn't be on our team if it wasn't. So talent's not the issue. But all those nuances of the game are kind of what's going to be our goal as a coaching staff to get them into, how we go about things, the daily grind of high school baseball, the mental side, thinking things through. It's more than just seeing a ball, hitting a ball. You got to think situations and different counts. And, when you're in the field, you got to think the game before it happens. So all these things will come along with them. But again, I've kind of been impressed at the way they've handled it. In the Jamboree, all 3 freshmen played, and we were talking as a coaching staff how impressed we were, just kind of their poise. They kind of seemed like they belonged, and it had nothing to do with the results. It just had to do with kind of the way they carry themselves. They didn't seem overwhelmed, and they work. It's this whole freshman class. I've been really happy the way they just go about it and they work. So, yeah, I mean, it's a good thing to have that talent, obviously, but we've really enjoyed kind of their character, which is a big aspect of it.
How difficult of a decision was it to make to carry 3 freshmen on the team this year, knowing that you do have depth at the other levels?
Yeah, I mean, that's always kind of that weight option during tryouts. We go back and forth all the time, and the really good thing we do is I think we communicate really well as a staff, freshman through senior level coaches, the varsity through the freshmen. So it's something we definitely take our time on. It's not a flip a coin decision. So we identified them as guys that, number one, could handle it, and they work hard. But they're going to get their chances. They're talented enough, and I think they bring enough to the team to help us in a lot of different ways. So they're here for a reason. And it's fluid, it's ongoing. So, but we like to see, we like where they're at. So
Games this week, you go Friday, Saturday, then you come back on Monday, all at home. And is there a bit of an advantage to having the field turf surface here? Because if there's inclement weather, you could always switch the games to here. And is there an advantage to playing some of those games early on here at home, where really there's not as much pressure? The field, where everything is, you have a routine, especially at home. And for the players, what about for yourself? What are your routines game day like?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a big advantage. Not only just the games, but I mean, I think all but one day over the last 2 weeks we've been on the field practicing, and just knowing kind of the schools around here and talking to some coaches. Some other coaches we're only lucky to get on 3 or 4 times. So not only the game situation, but we've been able to get on the field quite a bit, and that's just because we have that surface. So that's number one. Number two, yeah, I think anytime you get to play at home, I think that's just you're just more comfortable with that routine. And then the game day routine is I guess it depends on tournament plays tough because all these games are different times and different days. So the routine is a little different, but you just have to adjust. But we like getting here early. We like getting here early as a team and getting our work in. We'll do on-field batting practice, stretching, a lot of reps before the game. but yeah, I've never been a guy that, you know, likes to be short on time or rush things. So our game day routine is like that. We'll show up early and get a lot of work in, maybe do some meetings, pitcher meetings, catcher meetings, hitter meetings, stuff like that. So we're looking forward to that on Friday and Saturday.
How much is analytics now crept into high school baseball?
Quite a bit. Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah, well, I mean, we track, like right now in the middle of this inter squad game, we got like 4 or 5 pitchers tracking pitching data. We got a new machine out here called Rapsodo. That's a camera system that's on the field. It tracks every single pitch and every single hit. What we're trying to do is we're just, you know, it's never going to be as advanced as college and high school because we don't have those facilities. We don't have the resources, and there's a lot of different things that go into it. But what we're trying to do is we're just trying to collect as much data as possible to, to put our guys into successful situations. And again, we're not all data driven. You know, we're still a coaching staff that believes in the eye test, and we like watching our guys and seeing how guys play, and if they're good teammates, if they work hard, if they're focused. You know, that's a lot of stuff that the data can't collect. So it's 50-50, but we do enjoy it. I like looking at Game Changer and seeing spread charts of teams and the tendencies of guys hitting balls where and stuff like that. So it's definitely evolved, and I can't imagine it slowing down. So
as a former high school baseball player yourself, former basketball player, do you have a particular game day routine that you have? Like, are you a left sock over a right sock guy first on a game day? You got to wear a certain shirt kind of thing as some players do?
No, I've never been into that kind of superstition kind of stuff. I'll blame Coach Cochran for that. I remember one thing he said when I was in high school. He was an assistant basketball coach for us, and he told me that I still remember this day. His big thing was superstition is lack of trust in God, and I took that to heart. So he kind of put the fear of God in me, and I was like, yeah, I need to stop doing these silly things. So no, I don't do anything, like that. I just, as a team, we just get focused, and I don't put any stock into those kind of things.
Coach, I appreciate a few minutes of your time. I'll let you get back to your practice. Look forward to seeing you play this weekend, Friday against Pattonville, Saturday against Kirkwood.
Okay. Thanks, John.